All right, let's just jump right in. You know how the best stories have that one line that just grabs you? Well, this is it. It starts with this belief, this absolute certainty that really only a kid can have. And right away, it just sets this wonderfully charming, almost storybook feel, doesn't it?
And then you see the title, The Promise Across the Ocean, and it tells you everything you need to know, right? You already get this sense that this is going to be about a pledge, a huge distance, and, well, that little thread of hope that connects two people, no matter how far apart they are.
So let's go back to the beginning. We're starting in this idyllic childhood world, you know? And it all revolves around this single promise, a promise made under the shade of a big old oak tree.
And you immediately get a feel for these two, Emma and Liam. She's the dreamer, right? Always lost in her stories and notebooks. And he's all about soccer and that confident grin. But the really special part? It's how they see each other. That belief they have in one another, it's just so pure, so absolute.
And then there's this, a simple little acorn. It seems like nothing, right? Just this tiny thing. But this acorn, it becomes the anchor for their whole story. It's the physical piece of that promise they made one sunny afternoon.
This right here, this is the moment. This is the promise. Liam, with every ounce of seriousness a 10-year-old has, basically charts out their future. It's so innocent, so sweet, but it's a promise that is going to be tested by, well, a whole lot of time and thousands of miles.
And then, bam, just like that, their perfect little world just falls apart. The whiplash here is incredible. You go from this timeless promise to this sudden, brutal deadline. Just 2 weeks, and after that, a whole ocean is going to separate them.
And that's where the next part of their story really kicks off. It's all about one challenge. How do you keep a friendship alive when there's an entire ocean between you? What's amazing is just how committed they were. You can literally watch their friendship evolve with the times. I mean, it starts with actual handwritten letters, sharing all the little details about their totally separate worlds. And as the years go by and technology changes, so does their connection. Letters become emails, and emails eventually turn into video calls. It's this constant effort, just to hold on. So they do get to see each other again at 15. But this is so important. It's not some perfect, happy reunion. It's bittersweet. Because when you're older, the distance hurts more. The goodbye this time is so much harder. Because now they really get what it means to be that far apart. And that brings us to their adult years. And really, the biggest test of all for their bond was just life. This timeline really lays it all out, doesn't it? You can see the whole journey. From all those letters flying back and forth when they were kids, to an awkward visit. And then, later on, that silence, that slow fade that happens sometimes. It's not that anyone's angry, it's just life gets busy, and the silence starts to grow.
And you can see exactly why it happened. I mean, they were both chasing their childhood dreams. Emma's in New York becoming a writer. Liam's in England playing soccer. They're building these amazing, full lives for themselves, and it's that very success that's ironically pulling them apart. But then, after all those years of the silence growing, we get the moment we've been building towards, the reunion.
And look how it starts, just this super casual text from Liam. Hey, I might be in New York next week. So simple, right? But think about the history, the weight behind those few words. It's one little sentence that could spark a promise made more than a decade ago. And, of course, your heart just sinks for Emma a little, right? Because what's going through her head? It's that huge question, what if everything has changed? After all this time, are we still us? Or are we just two strangers who happen to have the same memories? But then they meet, and all that fear, all that anxiety, it just evaporates. The conversation just flows. They walk and talk for hours about everything and nothing at all. And it's proof. That core connection, that easy way they had with each other as kids, it's still there. It survived. And that walk leads them here, to this moment on a park bench. This is really the heart of it all, where the past and the present finally meet. And then Emma says it, I still have the acorn. Just, wow. With those 5 words, she's saying so much more. She's saying she never forgot, that she held on to that little piece of their childhood through everything. All the years, all the distance. even through the silence. And just listen to this exchange. It's so quick, so sure. He asks, "You kept it?" And she's just like, "Of course." No hesitation. "Does it mean something to you?" "Yes." In those few seconds, everything they were wondering about is answered. The promise, it still means something. And that's when Liam just brings it all home. Then maybe childhood promises aren't so silly after all. It's this beautiful moment where they both realize, and we realize, that what they had wasn't just some kid's game. It was real, and it was strong enough to last. So, where do they go from here? Emma asks the million-dollar question. So, what happens now? And I love Liam's answer. It's not this big, dramatic, movie-ending line. It's just simple. It's real. We start with coffee. It's not about trying to recapture the past. It's about starting something new, right now. And that leaves us with this beautiful idea, really, that some promises, they don't fade away. They just wait, patiently, across whole oceans and years, just waiting for the right moment to finally come true.